Cisco Live Barcelona, and I just can't hide my enthusiasm. I find this event so energetic, right? Yeah, all of our customers, partners, learning a lot of new content, discovering all the new technologies. Well, Rob, could we discuss the social media? Like, how are we doing with social media on Cisco Live?
Well, actually, I'm going to ask the social media people a little bit. We'll find out how they're doing it since those guys are focused on it. I'm not very good at social media.
So
I participate.
I'm surprised, because you're so famous.
yeah. So you can follow me online. Would love that. It's Rob Boyd, 3 B's in a row is my Twitter handle, but then follow TechWise TV. But really, this is all about the conference here, and I was just looking, this wasn't really social media, but I was looking and I was thinking, I usually am further along today. We've, by steps, I've only been 2.19 miles, and I figure yesterday we were hitting 8 miles, but today I feel more tired, so I don't know if it's either adding up with the amount of ground that we're covering. Maybe I need to sit more and tweet. Yeah, sit more, tweet more. Maybe something like that?
I guess you should tweet more with hashtag CLEUR.
Oh, nice.
Guess you haven't heard that one before.
So here's what I think is good about using social media, because actually I do take it up a few notches when I come to a conference like this. And one of the main reasons that if you're going to be on site, and I know this is primarily going out to our audience, it's remote, but this is where you follow to find out what's the late breaking news on which beer tent opened early, or sometimes the carts, and you're like in the world of solutions and you can see them rolling everything out and you're like, hey, I want to go take advantage of that, and the guys, the catering people are very friendly, but they're like, no, we don't open for another 20 minutes. And you're like, but I'm thirsty now. And then you wander over and you find out DevNet's cracked them a little bit earlier. Maybe the gateway is starting to serve. And if you're not following the hashtag, which is all you really need to pay attention to during this week.
I love that.
I know, you follow the hashtag and you go.
That's a creative way of using the hashtag. Sounds great.
Eat for free all week just by simply following on social media, right?
Right, yes.
I've seen you taking quite a few pictures and sharing them, and then I'm picking up, I've met quite a few people.
You as well.
Oh, I know, and I love that because it actually makes me look more active than I am, because all I have to do then is I go in and I retweet you, and then the social media team over there is picking up on it, and then people see me with you, my stock goes way up, because they're like, wow, if that beautiful, talented people like that, especially security pros, that makes me more popular, and I think that's what social media is all about, is just basically pumping ourselves up.
Yes, so please do follow us on hashtag CLEUR. Check out the content. If you have any comments, post it. And our social media team will be there to answer your questions and comment on any of your comments. And now we have Steve at World of Solutions. Over to you, Steve.
Thanks so much, I appreciate it. I just love getting out of the studio and into the show floor and feeling the dynamic. We're hanging out right now in the Cisco Showcase. That's where the last couple of interviews have been. So you come in under the arch, everything is all around you. And what I love so much about the differentiation of this showcase is that everything is visible from wherever it is that you happen to be. A lot of you know this as the Cisco campus. We're moving away from that architecture-specific demonstration, and now what we're doing is presenting all our Cisco solutions in products in everyday life scenarios. It's so easy to understand with these end-to-end stories, and it all makes sense. So you come into the showcase, and then our customers can uncover any solution that they want. They can solve some of their biggest technology challenges right here, have great conversations, see experiential, hands-on examples of all the latest intuitive technologies, and they come to life in these areas, branch and campus and service provider and data center, all with real-world solutions in this really immersive environment. It's incredibly exciting. We focus on communities and industries and IoT. I want to give you a quick run around the Cisco Showcase. So if I look up over here on this side, it's all color-coded, right? So when you visit the show here, if you meet us in Melbourne, San Diego, or whatever, right back over here, you just look for your colors, right? You focus on those 5 key elements of our Cisco digital and channel strategy. Chuck Robbins, our phenomenal CEO, he laid the whole thing out in his keynote back at Cisco Partner Summit in 2017. That's what we've got here is those 5 elements, right? Reinvent the network, security is foundational, power a multi-cloud world, unlock the power of data, create meaningful experiences. We've got them. So we were just looking up at the camera a moment ago, right? If you want to learn how security is foundational, look for the red area. Back across the way, power a multi-cloud world, that's green. HyperCloud for Kubernetes, SD-WAN, Cloud Center Suite, and so on, okay? IoT zone, back over here, I mentioned connected life. The NOC, the Network Operations Center, is in the middle. If you swing over to the left, Steve, we've got the threat wall. We've built the full network for the show back over here, and you can see it all in action. You can meet the engineers, the people who built the network. Then, if we continue along the way, reinvent the network. Back over here in orange, we can unlock the power of data. And then back in yellow, this is the employee and customer experience. So WebEx, Cisco Control Hub, our WebEx Room Kit, intelligence for large teams and so forth. So it all happens in this big circle in the Cisco Showcase. We're going to keep hanging out in here for a while. We'll keep touching back on the showcase because this is the heartbeat. But Igor and Rob, we're going to go back to you in the studio, and I'll see you in just a minute from over in the hub.
Thank you, Steve. That was a great overview of World of Solutions. Really appreciate that. So, yeah, well, I think for now, please do use the hashtag CLEUR. Post your comments. You've been watching Cisco Live 2019 Barcelona. Stay tuned, and we will be right back with you. Welcome to Cisco Live 2019 Barcelona. We are in this fabulous city at this amazing event, and I've got Laura Quintana with me, who is a Vice President and General Manager of Cisco Networking Academy. Welcome, Laura.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
It's a pleasure to be here, really excited.
Great. Well, Laura, I've got a number of questions to you about corporate social responsibility. So I think it's really evident from what we are doing at Cisco that Cisco is extremely committed to corporate social responsibility. We continue talking about it. I mean, when I just landed in Barcelona, I was walking out of the plane, walking through the airport, and the first thing I saw were these massive billboards and posters of what we are doing in corporate social responsibility. And I found it extremely nice, right? So it's really an important topic for us. And we see this latest campaign that's like the Bridge campaign. And we see a lot of kind of movements and commitment from the leadership to encourage us as Cisco employees to spend more time for corporate social responsibility. So could you explain to us what's our latest CSR strategy?
So absolutely. We are focused on a very audacious goal to positively impact 1 billion people by 2025.
1 billion people.
1 billion people, and we are leveraging our technology and expertise to do that, and quite excited about the various areas that we're focused on in terms of achieving this mission. We will positively impact people, society, and the planet.
Right. Thank you. Wow, 1 billion people, that sounds like a lot of impact. So the Corporate Social Responsibility Annual Report has come out, and I was wondering if you had any comments, if you think there's anything that's caught your attention that's really important to you, for our audience to know about.
Sure. There are a few things that come to mind relative to how we categorize our priorities around people, society, and the planet. I am quite proud of the efforts that our employees have given in terms of giving of their time and making donations. So our employees in fiscal year 18 volunteered 424,000 hours of their time. They contributed $21 million in giving. 21 million. It was a little over 21 million when you include the matching gifts from the Cisco Foundation. And in addition to other areas, I mentioned the 1 billion goal. That goal was set in 2016, and it was a 10-year goal, so that by 2025 we impact 1 billion people. And I got to tell you, we're making tremendous progress. 3 years in, we have positively impacted 445 million people. We are at 45% of our goal. And not only that, we are very much concerned about the planet and our carbon footprint, and we continue to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and also advance our use of renewable energy. And we have reduced Scope 1 and Scope 2 greenhouse gas emissions by 45% compared to the baseline that we had set in 2007.
Wow, well that sounds fantastic. congratulations. I mean, this is amazing.
It's thanks to all of our Cisco employees and our partners as well. CSR is an integral part of Cisco. It's an integral part of our business strategy. It's an integral part of our culture and our purpose. And so it's really thanks to all involved in terms of the impact that we're having.
Amazing, amazing. So when you say that our goal is to impact 1 billion people, what could be an example of someone, what are the specific examples of people going out there and what do they do? Like, how do they impact others?
Great question. So let me share 2 examples that I'm quite proud of. One is a nonprofit that we partner with called Living Goods that does work in Uganda and in Kenya. And as many people may know, there are millions of children that die every year, given that they have lack of access to healthcare products. And Living Goods has created a network of community health promoters to sell products such as mosquito nets, clean cook stoves, medicines, and fortified foods to communities in need. And in Uganda and in Kenya, we partner with them and in terms of a social investment in early stage technology that they're using in an innovative way. In fact, they've built a mobile platform, given grants that we've given to them, so that they can reach more people, they can optimize their operations, and as a result, last year alone, they benefited 6 million people. But even more important than that, they reduced child mortality by 27% at an average cost of $2 a person in the communities in which they work, which is just incredible.
Impressive.
Incredible. And so another example that I'd like to share is our work with the Cisco Networking Academy. The Cisco Networking Academy is our flagship program focused on providing students and individuals with skills so that they can be prepared to thrive in the digital economy. And we are in 180 countries, and over the past 21 years, we've benefited over 9 million students. And not only that, but Chuck just announced last month that we are going to be even more ambitious. And over the next 5 years, we're doubling down, and we will impact 10 million individuals, an additional 10 million individuals with the Cisco Networking Academy program.
Wow, that sounds impressive. So actually, as a cybersecurity specialist, I do sometimes run these cybersecurity camps for girls in IT. So I can totally relate to that, and we use a lot of that content that Network Academy provides. So thank you very much for driving that. I really appreciate it as well.
Well, and thank you for calling that out, because these are the technologies we're talking about: cybersecurity, IoT, networking, data analytics that we include within our learning portfolio for the Networking Academy. And not only that, but what's really important is ensuring that we're connecting individuals to jobs. And so last year, we launched a program within Networking Academy called Networking Academy Talent Bridge, where we're connecting NetAcad students to job opportunities with Cisco Channels partners. And we have over about 250 partners now that are on that platform and enabling those connections.
250
partners.
Well, that's impressive. Well, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I think CSR is really kind of in the heart of all of us here at Cisco. So we really appreciate you coming over here and explaining more about that. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. And now over to the video about global problem solvers. Thank you.
I'm here at Cisco Live Barcelona in 2019, and we're in the playground in the CSR area. And I'm thrilled to be joined by Emma Reed. Hi Emma, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So could you tell me a little bit around what is going on in the CSR booth today?
Yeah, sure can. So over here we've got the skateboard factory. We're asking guys to actually take the time out and decorate these skateboards, help build them, and we're actually donating them to 3 charities for underserved communities.
And what else is going on around the rest of the booth in CSR? What can people do?
We've also got our Global Problem Solver Challenge winners joining us today. They're here all week at Barcelona Cisco Live. With the actual challenge, we're supporting young people to utilise technology to solve some of the biggest challenges, social and environmental. The challenge awards roughly about $300,000 to 9 social entrepreneurs, but today, or this week, we're actually awarding an extra $20,000 to our past winners who are here showcasing their their innovative technology solution today.
All right, thank you, Emma. So how do people get involved?
All they have to do is go into the Cisco Live app and vote for their favourite global problem solver winner. And we will be actually announcing the winners at the closing keynote of Cisco Live.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I'm definitely going to go do that next. So let's go and meet the winners. And I'm here with Lynn Cheng, who is one of the winners of the Global Problem Solvers Challenge in 2017. So hi Lynn, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well.
Good. So could you tell us a little bit around, what is the challenge, what's your solution, and what's your idea?
So the Cisco Global Problem Challengers was a competition, I believe this is the 3rd year that Cisco has been doing it. And it's to help small startups really gain the mentoring and the platform needed to get our voices heard.
So what was your idea?
So we're creating a device. I actually have it right here with me. So right now cholera is a huge issue in a lot of developing countries. Everyone needs to drink water and it's very difficult to be able to detect it without having a lab present. With our device, it's very low cost. And instead of taking the 5 to 7 days that it takes to have water tested in the lab, we do it in 30 minutes on this one.
Okay, that is amazing. So making a huge difference.
Yeah, we hope to.
Okay, so we have a lot of engineers here at Cisco Live and a lot of engineers that are going to be watching this. So could you tell us a little bit more around the technology and how that works?
So I'm afraid I can't share too much. It's proprietary and we're undergoing 2 pending patents at the moment. But a very quick overview would be there is a DIY heating unit and a microscope that's built in. So we're using existing smartphone technology. The beauty of a smartphone, it has the ability to GPS tag where your location is. So if there is an outbreak, we can alert authorities immediately.
Right, so here at Cisco Live, attendees are going to be voting for which ones that they would like to win, and the winners can be announced at the keynote at the end of the week. So the cash prize is $20,000. What would you do with the $20,000 to help grow your business?
There's so much that we want to do. So one thing that's really important to us is to make sure we're not just inventing something that's going to be discarded into a pile and waste of resources. So we're going into places like Haiti, Kenya, and Somalia to make sure that the community understands how to use it, it's intuitive, and whether you speak English or not, you can use something like this. So we're testing the device. We're also getting ready, and this is really exciting to share, our second product coming up in about 2 years will be an HIV point-of-care diagnostic device.
Okay, so you're obviously very talented in this space. So what was it that inspired you to start your own business as opposed to, working in the industry?
Well, my co-founder is a PhD in BME, and she's very passionate about this. And she realized nothing exists on the market that is at a cost that communities can afford. My background is in consumer technology, so we found each other on a website called AngelList, if you're familiar, and combined both our talents and our passions, and we're both very mission-driven individuals.
And that's definitely coming across. So final question is, how will this make an impact on people's lives?
The reason we chose to start with cholera is it's a waterborne pathogen. It's very easy to cure, very affordable to cure, but very hard to detect and very quickly spread. So if we could detect it in the water before it spreads, we can prevent a lot of lives lost and millions of dollars lost in productivity.
Thank you so much, Lynn. I'm wishing you all the best. Okay, so we're here at Cisco Live Barcelona 2019, and we're here in the CSR booth. And I'm joined by Ugwem. Hi Ugwem, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. So could you tell us a little bit around the Global Problem Solvers Challenge and what it is and why you got involved?
Sure. So the Global Problem Solvers Challenge, it's a tongue twister, was a program that was really designed to help highlight startups and organizations that are really trying to solve some of the world's toughest and biggest challenges. We learned about Cisco through one of our investors who also works with Cisco, applied to the program, and were selected as one of the winners.
Okay, so let's jump straight in. What's your idea?
Sure. So I'm the co-founder and CEO of Solstice Energy Solutions. We're an energy technology company that develops IoT and software to connect and intelligently manage distributed energy resources, but particularly in emerging markets where the grid is unreliable and you often see blackouts, and so people are using backup power systems to help stabilize and provide power. So now our users can monitor, manage, and control all of their energy assets from a single mobile application, while we use that data to optimize for cost, reliability, and reduced emissions.
Okay, I'm convinced. That sounds great. So what impact is this going to have on people?
Sure. So power is something that no matter what industry or sector you're in, we all need. Nearly all of the world's increased energy consumption over the next 20 years is actually going to come from emerging markets. And in markets like sub-Saharan Africa, economies lose almost 2% of their GDP due to unreliable power. So what we're really trying to do is provide clean, reliable, and affordable energy solutions to help improve clean, reliable access and the development of these economies. So we're trying to mitigate CO2 emissions, increase reliability, and decrease cost.
Got it. And you're obviously very talented, and congratulations on winning the first round. So why is it that you decided to start your own business, and why didn't you go straight into the industry?
Sure. So Solstice is actually a byproduct of my co-founder and I's research. So we are both graduate engineering students at Stanford, and we're really excited about using technology, engineering, and innovation to solve and address some of the energy challenges and design what we think the future of energy should look like. We got so passionate about it, realized we were really onto something, and decided we can take this outside of the lab and really solve some real-world challenges. And that's actually the origin of Solstice.
I love that. So here at Cisco Live, attendees are going to be voting for where they think the $20,000 prize should go to for you to invest into your business. So what would you do with the $20,000?
Sure. So part of our technology is actually a hardware hub that goes through a lot of prototyping and testing. We've actually finished the design. We have units deployed, but have to go through our final IEC safety certification testing, which is quite capital intensive. By doing this, we'll be able to release our first batch of units to about 1,000 sites in Nigeria that over 2019 will deliver over 100 kilowatts of distributed solar, 10 megawatts of distributed energy assets managed by our technology, and a little over 100 metric tons of CO2 mitigated. So this $20,000 will really catapult us and get us into the market and making the impact we hope to see.
Great, and thank you so much for joining me. Your passion is definitely shining through. So if you'd like to vote, you can either go to the Cisco Live app, or you can come down to the CSR booth and register your vote there.
Wasn't that impressive? I just love the passion of those problem solvers, and I really truly believe that they're solving extremely important problems that humanity is facing. And it's always really great to hear these kind of stories. I love it. I love the energy management topic as well. Well, yeah, that's for the corporate social responsibility here at Cisco, and once again, it's a topic that's very close to all of us. One thing that not everybody knows and talks about is that Cisco gives its employees 5 working days off per year to go and volunteer at a charity, spend their time, so really investing that time into helping others and improving the world. And I think it's just amazing. I have spent last year 5 days actually on a cancer-related charity, right? So on a charity that is striving to cure cancer. And I think that's amazing, right? Because it's a massive company with so many employees, and a week per employee is a lot. So well, thank you, Cisco, for that. And now, well, please do follow us, #CLEUR. You're watching Cisco Live 2019 Barcelona, and we're here at Cisco TV studio. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
All right, the hits just keep rolling. We are on with more show coming at you. I want to let you know, in case you've not figured out or for whatever reason haven't wandered all the way over here, we are in the hub, and there is a lot of stuff happening in the hub. There's a reason why they call the hub. The hub is right at the center of a lot of things that are happening around it, right? Well, the Cisco TV studios are here. We've got lots of bright lights. We're sometimes easy to find. Right next to us is something called the Gateway. Now, I had a sneak peek at some stuff going on with the Gateway, because this team is innovative, this team is growing fast, and they're doing interesting stuff with customers in such a way that if you are a customer, or if you know of a customer, you're going to want to get them involved in all the different creative ways in which they can be engaged at the Gateway. One of the ways to do that, of course, is to visit them in the hub. And so let's hop right over the wall, and I believe Nish is ready to give us a little bit more information on the Gateway.
Thanks, Rob. Yes, I'm here at the Gateway, and I'm here with Emma Roffey, who is our VP of Marketing for EMEA, and Christina, who is the Global Head of Customer Advocacy. Hi, Emma, and hi, Christina.
Hello. Hi, Nish.